Looking for a great MMORPG that runs smoothly on low-end phones? We have picked 11 lightweight mobile MMORPGs with small download size, fun gameplay, and exciting adventure. Whether you use Android or iOS, these games deliver an enjoyable MMORPG experience without demanding powerful hardware. Top 11 small-size MMORPG games for mobile. Best MMORPG for low-end phone, Android and iOS. We have a new Facebook fans page now. The name is GameMobile HDgraphic. Besides on YouTube, we will give an update on Facebook as well. A lot of amazing top list games will show up every day, so please check this out now. The link on the description and pinned comment. Roblox World Zero Anime MMORPG. This game should be played on the Roblox apps, and it is developed by the team from Red Manta Studio. The game is focused on the exploration in the seamless open world base, so you will never see any loading screen while you are moving into a different area. But the player can reach a different area much faster through the portal platform that you can reach on a certain area and available on the map. The story is about a world that filled up with the monster, and our job is to explore the quest and kill the boss dungeon, and it will unlock a new area then. The gameplay is the character should pick a class first with a different weapon, clear the main mission or the side quest. A lot of different terrain will we meet, like forest, grassland, and also castle for sure. When you reach the castle, then we will be safe and no monster can come across it. A lot of NPC there can be interacted with to strengthen the power, like the blacksmith or getting some equipment. Eterspire Cozy MMORPG. This game is one of the best new MMORPGs on mobile that gets so much love from the player. The ambience seems so casual and cozy. It doesn't have any competitive side or even an hardcore look. It's a great MMO for a player who's prefer to get an enjoyable feeling. Developed by Stone Hollow Workshop Studio, they successfully deliver a perfect optimization game on mobile. The storyline is quite simple, where we will become an adventurer that will explore the Eterspire world and help the villagers to reveal about the mystery. The gameplay is really good though. All of the heroes' appearance will be adjusted based on the equipment that we are wearing. Killing the monster to get an EXP and equipment, and if you are lucky enough, then you will get a rare one. The combat mechanism is fully a manual play, no auto, so the player should tap the skill manually at all. SAO Integral Factor or Sword Art Online Integral Factor. This game will be surprising to you all because the game was released a few years back then. But trust me, this game is still worth playing, and most of the players are still playing and enjoying this game until now. It's officially made by Bandai Namco Entertainment. That's why the character design and also the hero's voiceover is similar to the actual anime, but the game's storyline is quite different because will not become a Kirito. In fact, he will become an NPC who's helping the main hero to deliver the storyline. The story is we'll get into a VR world, and the only way we can get from this world is by clearing all of the floor stages. The game's combat mechanism is no autoplay game. We can switch the weapon and the skill will be adjusted. There is one ally who will help us along the adventure, and he will help us to deal some damage to the nearest target. The World of Magic. This game has existed for more than a decade and is becoming one of the legendary MMORPGs on mobile. Developed by Come To Us Studio, they successfully create a complete and perfect features of the MMORPG world. The PvP content, Guild War, trade system between the player and also the exploration. The storyline is about a young magician who tries to complete and compete between each other. The story is quite simple, but it's focusing on the huge scale of war conflict. We should always keep grinding to earn an EXP or items or equipment. Joining into a guild will be the best action we should do because a lot of advantage will we get. The combat mechanism is a tap and click base. All of the active skills should be done by waiting for the cooldown time, using a buff or potion to support your combat preparation need. Guild Wars Reforged. This game represents a classic MMORPG look. If we see from the visual, graphic, and how the ambience and atmosphere, it will give a huge freedom to the player to develop their own character because we can use a different kind of weapon freely, like a sword, bow, hammer, axe, or staff. All of the weapons can be acquired through the looting action from the monster drop item, but I wonder if the game will be so fit if we play it on PC platform rather than on mobile. Because the UI is completely matched with the PC screen, overall it has a huge potential to become one of the best MMO, but I really hope the developer would add a zoom in and zoom out features to adjust the camera point of view. Heartwood Online. Does anyone love to play a pixel art visual? If you are one of the players who prefers this kind of art style, then I would highly recommend it to you to play now as one of the top MMORPGs to play for low-end devices. I would give a guarantee about my opinion. As long as you pick the right server to get a stable ping connection, then everything will be so okay. This MMO has a sandbox features which we can freely do whatever we want to do, like crafting, gathering some resources, PvE or PvP content. Even if it has a trade system to run the microtransaction better in real time between the players. This game doesn't have any storyline, so we can determine whatever activity we do by ourselves. It sounds really interesting, right? In combat, we should tap and lock the target to release the skill. Once we are too far, then we can't unleash the skill, so navigating or controlling manually will be the best action we must do, always. Aurcus Online. I am sure everyone knows a SAWERIA company and most of you are quite familiar with Toram Online MMORPG. But beside of that game, there is one game that's quite interesting to play with a very small game size, just less than 500 MB. Even we can't adjust the option and graphic, making it has a standard setting for all of the devices level, no matter if you are only the low-end phone one. The storyline is set on the SAWERIA continent, where a new organization was created that we call with the Sword of Aurcus and find out about a dark mystery behind the chaos. Until now, the developers are pretty consistent to keep the server number into a lower number, which make the player can easily meet within the community. The gameplay mechanism is full no autoplay MMO, and it's quite similar with the other SAWERIA game, like finding out their main resources to craft some cool equipment. Toram Online. This game is 100% should be on this list. Every player mobile games lover will come on my side once I say Toram Online is one of the best no pay to win MMORPG games so far. With a manual features and anime design will easily take the player's attraction. You know, every single character will have their own gear style because there is a lot of gear selection and also armor or even weapons we can create through the crafting menu. The storyline is about a world that is going to be destroyed. With God's help, then the peace of the world can be healed. While doing some combat and grinding, the player can invite the friends to join the battle and fight against the boss through the teamwork. Attacking from a different direction will take a crucial advantage to us to avoid any hazardous area. This MMORPG is no autoplay game, no auto combat, no auto pathfinding and no autoplay at all. It's just a semi-hardcore MMO. Do you ever play it? Dragon's M Classic. Surprisingly, I'm so proud to see this legendary MMO finally back with a huge community. Look at how many players are playing this game daily. It just represents a golden era of Dragon's game so far. The game's quality is totally describing how the PC level looks. The developers are really good in optimizing on mobile that makes me can't find a single difference between the mobile and also the PC version. I think that is the main reason why this game gets so much attention from the veteran of MMO. The game's combat mechanism is a real-time action combat that we need to control the game manually, do a manual combo attack and also release the active skill based on the cooldown time once it is ready. A certain class can make a grappling on the air, which will make a huge satisfaction to the player. AdventureQuest 3D. I always love to see where two of my most favorite MMORPG on mobile will always come into one list of top MMORPGs, and they are Toram Online and also AdventureQuest 3D. So both of them has a strong community, but the main visual is way different. Where the Toram has an anime art style and the AQ3D has a western character design. So it's up to you to pick which game do you prefer to play, but I would guarantee all of them have the best gameplay if we compare it with the other MMORPGs we have noticed. Let's get back into the gameplay. It is full of control power to the player, especially if we can slash the enemy while moving and keep releasing the skill based on the distance we want. Silkroad Origin. Actually, this game was released on PC platform before, and then the developer decided to adapt it into mobile platform with a classic MMORPG vibes and medieval atmosphere, making the game even more look so charming. Because the anime MMO is a way to dominate the mobile games era now, which we need something new to break the trend, and this game will be your main answer. There are 2 of the factions we can pick at the start of the game with different classes as well. If you really want to experience a classic grinding MMO, then I would recommend it. It has a lot of features like Guild War, PvP, and exploration base that we can reach a further area by using a mount like a horse. Remember to like this video and see you on the next list. Thanks!